So what is going on, everyone? My name is Mage, and I'm here today to show you a little deck I've been working on. This is a Control Mage deck inspired by Trump's free-to-play deck, obviously updated because of Karen, Sylvanas, and Ragnaros, and Faceless, a couple expensive cards. It's also inspired by the Warrior deck made by kitkatz, so shout out to those two people. It's kind of updated for the meta. The only problem with this deck is its weaknesses, but first I'm going to lay out its strengths. It's really good against aggressive decks, any sort of deck like Zoo, or how can I put this? An aggressive druid. I'm not saying like a token druid, but a druid that runs a lot of mid-range things. It's also just good against Face Hunter, Miracle, mid-range hunter, which is being run pretty often now since the spider release of the second quarter of Nextramus. So let me just run down the deck real quick. We have two Mana Worms. Mana Worm is a great 1 mana card. We have two Frostbolts, great for clearing and pretty good damage overall for a 2 mana card. Acidic Swamp Ooze. This is directly to counter the Miracle matchup. Some Miracles run Assassin Blade, which is a whole ton of damage. It's around 12 damage if he gets a hit on you 4 turns in a row to the face, so that's quite a bit of damage. And even the Warrior matchups, which we won't run into that often, so the current meta, but it's a really good card. Haunted Creeper is a wonderful card to just gain board control. It's pretty good. Sunfeather Protector is a really good card for early game and even late game. For example, if we were on turn 8 throw down Karen and Sunfeather Protector, it gives Karen taunt and forces him to be attacked and traded so we can get Bane out. But next with Duplicate, we have a lot of high mana targets like Ragnaros, Sylvanas, and Karen. All of which are really good cards to have Duplicate work on them, because if they die, which they will for Duplicate to work, then you'll have 2 more of them, and 2 legendaries is incredible. So even if Ragnaros dies, if we have Duplicate on the field, we'll get another one back. It kind of forces them to clear the board with something else other than Ragnaros if they think we're using Duplicate, and if we don't play anything else, it's kind of like they need to kill Ragnaros. So it's a pretty good card overall. Acolyte of Pain, really good card with Mage Hero Power. I'm sure you guys all know the combo. Next to Earthen Ring Fireseer, a really good card for heal in general against these aggro decks that are ruling the meta right now, such as Zoo and Miracle Rogue. It's only one. I'm not sure if I'm really gonna run this card, because it's kind of like not a lot of heal in the first place, but it could also be used inside a scenario where a monster has low health and you're healing 3, which is also really good. Next to Heart Skullum, pretty standard inside almost every deck nowadays. It's really good for board control. A Fireball, really good clearing tool, which is why this is Control Mage. We're able to clear and hard to remove. So Fireball is a really good clear and really good damage if we have board control and we just want to deal damage to the face, possibly for lethal. Or next we have Polymorph, which is really good hard removal. Control decks really need hard removal. Warriors run Executes, and mages use Polymorph. It's a pretty good card. Next we have Yeti, really good for board control. He's kind of in here because I don't really have another card to put here. I'm thinking of running Argent Squire, but I think it's kind of useless to run one Argent Squire and not 2. And Blood Knight's being run too much inside Zoo decks recently, so it's better to just put the Yeti for mid-game board control. Next we have Senjin, which is a taunt. It's really good, 4/3/5. I've been contemplating taking out Senjin and putting in Sludge Belcher, but we'll see. I mean, I have a lot of 4-drops. Not really a lot of 4-drops, actually. Only the Yeti. The others are just cards that you wouldn't play on 4. So, I mean, I guess he's good there. Sludge Belcher wouldn't really make sense, because we have the Azure Drakes. It's almost every turn 5. Next we have Azure Drakes. It's Mage, Azure Drake, because we're running almost every deck anyway. He's really good. He gives the spell damage a bonus. Also, we let this draw card, so it's just a good card overall. Next, we have Faceless. Pretty standard set of control deck. Gives a lot of control to me, as I can pick which minion I want to copy. So if they have a very strong minion, I can just copy it and create a problem for them. Karen, incredibly good board control. I keep saying good board control, and that's a trend inside this deck, and Karen is definitely the head of it. Between Karen and Sylvanas, this deck dictates how I want the board to play. I'll almost never be playing against someone who's dictating how the board has to be cleared, just because of the cards I have. I have the Harvest Golem, I have the Yeti, I have Senjin, I have Sunfear Protector, Karen. Next we have Sylvanas, which is a huge control card. Really makes your opponent play around it, and it's so hard to play around Sylvanas. You kind of have to flood the board and then clear Sylvanas, or you have to hard remove her with a Hex or a Polymorph or a Silence. So it's a really good card, and like I said, it's so hard to play around Sylvanas. You have to flood the board and then clear and hope that the card that you want isn't taken. Flame Strike, really good control card. Only going to run 1 because 2 is kind of over excessive. It'll deal 4 damage to all enemy minions, almost counters you if it ever gets to turn 7. It's a really good card. Next we have Ragnaros, which is 8 damage to a random enemy. It's going to be a win condition 9 out of 10 times, unless you're rushing them down and getting board control with your Yetis, engines, Atrodrakes, etc, etc, etc. Ragnaros just does a lot of damage, and there's not really a replacement for him. I suppose in Trump's deck, I believe he uses a Boulder Fist, Ogre, and a few other cards, but I just feel like that's not... Ragnaros isn't something you can replace. Neither is Sylvanas. They're just two good cards. Karen can be replaced, but like another Yeti, I guess, would be a replacement for Karen, because then you have 2 Yetis and it's 4 or 5. So I guess that's the only replacement you could do. Next, we're gonna play a game. We're gonna play a real quick game. Only one game, because I think we'll win. I'm ranked 14. I'm not super high ranked. It's just a deck I put together with the cards that I have. I feel like it's a really good deck, and it might be pretty good in the meta. Other than Ramp and Token Druid, this deck seems to be doing pretty well. Okay, Paladin. This isn't a deck I play against a lot. I've been playing against a lot more priests. So I think Mulligan, the Atrodrake, and the Fireball, I think we'll keep the Harvest Golem because it's a good 3-trap, and the Fireball and the Atrodrake are kind of mid-game items. Polymorph is not really a good card. Neither is Acolyte, I guess. Frostbolt's pretty good against aggro decks for like clearing 3 health minions that you can't really deal with early game. But he doesn't appear to be playing an aggro deck, so I guess just Fire Blast Face and then I just pass. Next turn we'll probably play the Harvest Golem. He's gonna play Dude, so I think I'm gonna go for Acolyte actually. Maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna go for Acolyte. I think Acolyte's a really good card to play in a situation where your opponent has a 1-1, just because if they go face, then you're gonna ping and draw a card. And if I ping, then I'll be able to play Haunted Creeper next turn, but it looks like he's gonna trade. I'm gonna draw a card regardless, so it's worth it. Draw that Duplicate. It's a pretty good card. He's going to use an Argent Protector. So this is indeed an aggro Pally deck, which I kind of suspected it would be. I think Haunted Creeper and then Frostbolt is the correct play here. So if he does trade with the Abusive Sergeant, which aggro decks need to trade, they need to be able to clear the board and dictate how the play is going to be. Like I said, this deck usually does that. So unless he's going for some crazy shit, which it looks like he will, he's going to go for that. Okay, I think Harvest Golem, and then Frostbolt the Ooze, and then take the Divine Shield off that guy, That seems like a really good turn. Got a lot of stuff done. I triggered my spiders, so now I have 2 damage instead of 1 on the field. It's pretty much the same thing. Oh. He probably meant to play them in between. He's missing a damage on that. Flame Strike's coming very shortly. So I might set up... Yeah, I'm going to set up for Flame Strike, I think. Yeah. I don't think he'll clear. He could Consecration, which should be pretty bad right now. If he doesn't Consecration, I'll be in so good of a lead with this Flame Strike. It'll be able to clear the board, and then I'll trade for the 2 spiders, and then I'll have a 4 and a 2/3. He should go just for face. I can't imagine. Oh my god, the Avenging Wrath. This is not good for me. I cleared a lot of my board, and he's just gonna... Yeah, he's definitely gonna... God damn it. Not something I wanted, but it's okay, I guess. So we're gonna play the duplicate here, and then... No. Yeah, polymorph. Kill that. Yeah, that's good. That's good. The reason I use polymorph is I know he's not gonna have any like truly good cards, so I can go for face because I have a taunt, so he's just gonna trade that next turn. I have the 1/1 spiders. Oh wow, I'm gonna get double azures. Wow, that's really good for me. That's super surprising. That's definitely going to be my turn 10. So Sword of Justice is a pretty standard weapon for aggro pallies to use. So is the the fuck is this card called? Divine Favor. Forgot about the name for a second. I was like, well, what is this? How do I even? What am I doing? Wow. Oh wow, this dungeon. Okay, this is good. And then attack that. I guess just ping the dude. I don't really see too much to do. I don't want to play the Sunfear Protector because I want that for later. My turn 10 is going to be the double Azures. I could have played an Azure Drake then, but I wouldn't be able to do what I did, so I think I'm okay. I still have both Fireballs, so that's really bad for me. Next turn he's going to attack Sun. Oh, the Consecration. That's not good. Just gonna use his... No, he's gonna use Aldor. Oh wow, that's really surprising. Yeah, I have to Flame Strike. I just play Duplicate. And next turn is Fireball the Nerubian. I couldn't do anything other than that. He had just too much board control by playing all of that shit. This mixes up a lot of shit. He's gonna attack with an Nerubian. Fuck. Next turn's gonna be double fireball. Has to be. If he plays something else. Oh wow, that's good. Okay. He didn't attack because he thought it was vaporized for some reason. Let's see what his follow-up's gonna be, because he's running out of steam, which is good for me, but he still has more cards than me, which is expected with Aggro Pally. And he's got Leroy. Ah, shit. Does he have Leroy? Does he have the combo? Is he a Blessing of Kings? No. Fuck. Oh, I'm gonna get a whelp. God damn it. Son of a bitch. Oh my god. See if he's got it. If he's got it, he's got it. If he doesn't got it, then he doesn't got it. He doesn't got it. Nice. He doesn't have Blessing of Kings. If he had Blessing of Kings and then the other shit that fucking times 2 your attack, that'd be shitty for me. It's actually okay for me. It's not terrible, but please not to the Ruby and Egg. Please. Oh my god. Fuck me. If he's got it, he's got it. God damn it. Nah, he's gonna clear Rag though. Oh my god. Fuck. Please face, please face, please face. God. It's not so good. There's tons of times when I could have placed my favorite deck here, but now that I look back on it, it didn't matter too much. I still think this deck can beat this deck. I think I might have played a couple turns wrong. Whatever. It's got lethal. Yeah, whatever. That's just showing off the deck. I don't think I played this to the best of its abilities. It's just a deck idea, guys. Yeah, just check it out. I'll post a link to the image of the deck if you guys want to see it again. And leave your comments, please. Show me what could be in this deck. I think Black Knight might be pretty good inside this deck. I don't have him, so that's why he's not there. The only obvious reason. But yeah. Also, I want your guys' opinion on Lotheb. Should Lotheb be in this deck? Lotheb is a very good card. Destroys Freeze Mage, which is one of these deck's kind of counters, but you know, we'll see. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. If you liked the video, feel free to like it. It helps me get the video out to more people. Also, if you like the channel, I'll try to do more Hearthstone related content or some other games like League of Legends or something. I want to get more videos out there to grow my YouTube channel. But yeah, thank you very much, guys, and have a nice day.